we were like, let's just, we can do this as well as running Hartsyard, but, it's such a big stretch. And with the job that we want to do there, we want to put all of our focus 100% into that. So that's how we came to the decision of, it's time to move on.
This is the Deep in the Weeds podcast. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Last time we caught up with Jarrod Walsh, he was taking Hartsyard into a new era with his partner Dorothy after taking over the reins from Naomi Hart and Gregory Llewellyn. Now the young couple are set for a new chapter again. Jarrod, how are you?
Very well. Very, very well.
You've made a pretty big call and closing Hartsyard in Newtown. Tell us a bit about that decision.
Yeah, so it's it's one of those very sleepless nights coming to where we've got to today. So, moving forward, we've always wanted to grow our career, and sometimes these opportunities come up and you just have to grab it. Yeah.
Well, tell us a bit about the process and the opportunity and what has unfolded.
Yeah, so we were actually we were looking to open a second venue
Wow.
as well as Hartsyard, and then it was taking way too long to find the right place, and then it just lined up, and we got connected with the old Claire, and we went in and took a look around, and an opportunity came up to do something as a whole for the hotel, with running the whole food and beverage, and then having our restaurant on the side. We were like, let's just, we can do this as well as running Hartsyard, but, it's such a big stretch. And with the job that we want to do there, we want to put all of our focus 100% into that. So that's how we came to the decision of, it's time to move on.
Tell us a little bit about what you created with Hartsyard. They obviously started with Naomi Hart and Gregory Llewellyn, but then you and Dorothy took it on as your own. What did you create there, and the connections with the community?
Yeah, so it's obviously taking over from already well-established operators and having a well-established name here. It's the hardest thing for us was breaking away from that name, and that's one of the best things that we can walk away is that we can, we've made a name for ourselves in the community, and with Hartsyard, changing up the direction that we wanted to take it, and, learning through 2 lockdowns, and that really gave our focus on where we want to be as well, and the style of food and wine we want to do.
So will we see Hartsyard at the old Claire, or will it be a different offering?
So it will be similar to what we're doing now, but we will be doing, a bit of a rebrand and, turn it up a little bit.
Well, tell us a bit about what that means. Do you have any sort of examples of the sort of food that you're doing at Hartsyard now, and what you're thinking in the new site?
Yeah, so at the moment we are very seafood focused as well. We always try to use as much of Dorothy's heritage as well, and put those kind of flavors into our food, and I think that really defines our style at the moment, and that's pretty much, we're going to carry that all the way through into the old Claire.
Well, give us an example of a dish or two that sort of exemplifies sort of leaning into her heritage and your love of seafood. Yeah,
so it's always the favourite one we've always had was the steamed abalone. I think we spoke about this last time, actually. Yeah, it's like barbecue braised abalone served on challamushy custard with some salmon roe, and then some native ice plant and oyster leaf as well on there.
You'll have the new challenge of feeding hotel guests as well. Have you got your head around that yet? How do you approach in-room dining compared to restaurant?
I guess it's just understanding what people want, like what you want to eat in your room, and the joy of that the way that the hotel's structured is we have a separate kitchen to facilitate all the hotel stuff, as well as you can have the restaurant if you want to come down and have something different or get out of your room.
It's an interesting little area with restaurants like Automata there and a few other things going on down that street. Whereabouts is the restaurant going to be situated?
So it's literally next door to Automata. So we're right on the Kensington Street alley.
Tell us a bit about what we can expect with the site. Hartsyard in Newtown's a tiny little, very quaint sort of offering and building. Do you have a lot more space here and a lot more opportunity to sort of spread your wings?
Yeah, definitely. Like the new space it's quite large, but the joy of that space is you can really break up the offering. Like, whereas you can have countertop sitting in the kitchen to have like a chef's experience, or you can come into the bar area. You can have a shortened bar menu where you can grab our barramundi burger with a glass of wine and move on, or you can stay the whole night and sit outside. So it's a lot of different experiences in that space that you can really have, and that's what we're going to really drive.
Have you had much response yet from the local community in Newtown and response about this kind of move?
Yeah, actually, the response has been amazing. Like our regulars, we always have a chat with them every time they're here, and they know a little bit about what's happening, and they're gonna follow us over there as well, which is nice. It's not too far at all, so yeah.
Well, what's the time frame with Hartsyard closing and opening up in the Old Clare Hotel?
So we last day. So me and Dot will be here until the 29th. We do have some potential people interested in taking over from us, but that's a little bit tight-lipped about that at the moment. So yeah, it could be another Hartsyard version coming along. And then I've been at the hotel for the past 4 months already, just sorting out the hotel side of things. And the new restaurant we are looking at October.
Wow. And do you have any names in mind yet, or do you have to be tight-lipped about that at the moment?
Yeah, we're tight-lipped about that. But all I can say is that's the hardest thing, coming up with a name.
Well, congratulations on the new position, and really look forward to what you bring to the Old Clare Hotel, such an important and popular site in the heart of Sydney there. Good to catch up with you again, Jarrod. Keep in touch, and we'll talk again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
This is the Deep in the Weeds podcast. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Stay tuned as we take a deep dive into the lives of the incredible people who ply their trade in the food and hospitality sector. Special thanks to executive producer Rob Locke for making this all happen. Follow us on Instagram at Deep in the Weeds Podcast, or email us at podcast@deepintheweeds.com.au. Stay safe and be well.